Welcome back everybody, thanks for tuning in again. Today I'm talking to you about the Bridgestone Potenza RE003 tyres and my experience with them over the last couple of years. Now I want to share two figures with you. 46,200 kilometres and 72,082 kilometres. Bit of a backstory. When I purchased the, try and speak properly, put my teeth back in. When I purchased the Corolla back about 4 years ago, the previous owner had put new tyres on it to sell the car. I believe they purchased the absolute cheapest, shittiest new tyres they could possibly buy. These tyres were made in a country that starts with C, ends in A and has 5 letters in the name. So that'll give you an idea of where they came from. And to be perfectly honest with you, they were crap. They were sketchy as hell in the dry, and basically in the wet, I don't know how I'm still alive. That's how bad they are, or how bad they were. I couldn't keep them on there for too long. I had to get rid of them because they were literally pathetic. So back in February 2019, I went out and purchased 4 Bridgestone Potenza RE003s, and to cut a long story short, I think they're an excellent tyre and I've never looked back. So the car had 174,118 k's on it. So I basically put 4 tyres on it, drove the car, and then when the front 2 wore out, I decided to buy 2 more Potenza RE003s to put on the front. So I left the back ones on there and just put 2 new ones on the front. So I've done the calculations, and for a daily driven car with a few mountain runs chucked in for good measure, 46,200 kilometres out of 2 front tyres on a front wheel drive car, which I think is pretty good for a performance tyre, especially an RE003. There may be tyres out there that you can get more mileage out of, but for the the pros that this tyre offers, such as wet handling, dry handling, and etc., I think that's a pretty good figure of kilometres to get out of front tyres. Anyway, next, just let the rears keep going, and just the other day Bridgestone had a buy 3 get 1 free offer on, so I went and bought 4 new tyres, and the 2 that were on the front I've had them moved to the back, and the back ones I had taken off, and 2 new tyres chucked on the rear rims, and then they've been put on the front of the car. So I've done some more calculations, and the second figure, out of a set of RE003s on the rear of my Corolla, 72,082 kilometres, which I think is pretty damn good for a performance tyre. I know it's an arse dragger, I know it's front wheel drive, but even that, like 72,000 k's, that is pretty good for the that RE003. So some of you may already use RE003s on your car. I know a lot of ladies and gentlemen that are into cars do that, but for those of you who are contemplating RE003s and you might have a small sort of front drive daily driver such as I do, I can highly recommend the RE003s. Even with the measly 141 kilowatts that this car puts out, you can still break traction in them in the dry, because this car doesn't have an LSD, of course, so one wheel will sort of light up if you're going around the corner or something like that. But if you're just driving normally, they won't break traction, and they're a damn good tyre. So thanks for tuning in again, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.